Hello and welcome. I want to share with you what I got on my trip to Morocco. I went to Morocco in December and January for an extended period of time. I went with my best friend Susan and her husband Abdu. He's Moroccan. To give you a quick trip overview, we flew into Casablanca and then drove to Rabat, which is where we had an apartment. We were able to leave our stuff there. We brought our big cases and everything and left them there, and then we brought our smaller cases when we went to travel to all the different areas of Morocco. We stayed in Rabat for a while, visited my friend's husband's family, and then we went to Tangier. Tangier is by the water. It's at the tippity top of Morocco and you can see Spain. We then went to Casablanca and went to Marrakech. We were all over the country. We had a car, and yeah, that's what made everything possible. I flew to DC just before our trip, stayed there for a couple of days, and then we all flew out of DC to Morocco. So we all flew out together, which was really nice. While I was there, I shared with Susan that I had actually made a shopping list. What I did was I made this shopping list. I'm going to share it with you. And I just thought, if there are some things that I really want there, I need to, keep these things in mind. So I'll share with you a clean copy. This is my list, as well as a list with some pictures, because there were some very specific styles that I wanted of things. Yes, that is how seriously I took this shopping trip. And then, as you can see, this is how the list took shape as I was there. I have notes, I crossed things off, I added things. It really helped because, look, I was familiar with the culture from afar, but once I got there, I was more enlightened about everything and wanted to amend everything, and that's what I did. So I shared this with my friend Susan, and then I shared it with her husband, and he was like, this is great because we can just go and like tick things off. And they were down for it. They love to shop as well. It was great. I just had the best shopping team there. Also, Abdu's sister Nadia, a really incredible human being. I was so lucky to meet her. So while we were there, Abdu's family lives in Rabat, and so we hung out with them a lot. She is an ultra shopper. She is amazing. What I found out when I got there is that she has relationships with a lot of the vendors at the souks. And so she took us to her favorite shopping places, and it was so much fun. And I kept reiterating, if this is too much, if you don't want to do this, I don't want to monopolize this shopping with my own list. And apparently I didn't. They went shopping as well. I think I had more specific things that I was looking for. If I had been with a tour group, and I know they always build in shopping time, especially in a place like Morocco, there's no way I would have had this much luck with my shopping. So Nadia and Abdu, what they would tell me to do as we would go shopping, they would say, what do you want? And if we saw something, I'd say, oh, this. And they'd say, okay, leave. And then I wouldn't know exactly how much things were gonna be. There are a couple of things that if I had been there alone, I'll tell you what I would have paid. Because they were there, I'll also tell you what the deal that they got me. Without further ado, I asked my mom what she wanted, and she said she wanted spices. She wanted saffron, turmeric, cumin, cinnamon sticks, ginger, black pepper. I got my spices on the second night that we were there in Rabat. Nadia took us to the souk and to her favorite spice vendor, and it was in a 600-year-old building. Part of it was an apothecary, and then part of it was spices. So they had those beautiful piles of spices, and when you see pictures of Morocco, you will see these beautiful, gorgeous, bright spices. This is the overflow of spices that I got for my mom. Some of these she's already put into little pots. First of all, we've got this. This is Ras El Hanout. I got a few of these. I got one for my brother, and I got one for my mom as well. This is just a typical Moroccan spice blend, but they put them in these little bags for you. One of these is cumin. I think this one is turmeric. I also got some little containers to put them in. I got her some black pepper, ginger. Let's smell this. And they also would, if they had ginger root and then ginger, they would grind it for you if you wanted. So I decided to get ground ginger. My mom cooks a lot with saffron, so that was one of her requests. These were actually from the apothecary, not from the spice vendor. The spice vendor was right across from the apothecary. This is hibiscus flower. Hibiscus is good for inflammation, so I thought I'd bring some home and thought my mom could maybe make some tea. I got rose buds as well. These are food grade. They can be used in lattes. I figured she could experiment a little with that. I ended up getting 4 bottles of wine. I got it at the Riyadh in Marrakech. It's all been distributed and we also drank some. Yes, my bags were very heavy. At the regular grocery store, I also bought some food. This was a grocery store called Carrefour. It's a French-owned grocery store that is all over Morocco. It's just like a Target in Morocco. I went there multiple times just to get groceries, but also to buy gifts. I got these Henry's biscuits. I like the graphic box, but was also told that these were something that my friend's husband used to have when he was younger. So I thought this would be a nice gift. I purchased this gunpowder tea. I liked the look of the packaging. This is also gunpowder tea. Much like California, that area is very well known for dates. They eat dates and all sorts of things. Dates is little sweet treats with the tea. I wasn't planning on it, but I decided to pick up some dates from the grocery store. These are still sealed. I figure I can stuff these with some blue cheese and they'll be delicious. I took these slippers from the hotel in Tangier. Why not? In Morocco, they're known for certain scents. You can smell them in the air. On my list here, for perfumes, I wanted to get orange blossom oil, rose oil, and solid perfumes. A lot of the perfumes that I've been attracted to have always had orange blossom in them. When I identified that, I thought, well, I know that Morocco's known for its orange blossom water and orange blossom scent. So when we went to the apothecary, that was one of the first things I requested was orange blossom oil. This is the orange blossom oil. It comes in this beautiful little bottle. Yeah, it's just pure orange blossom oil. I got 3 of these. Boxes look a bit different, but they're all the same. My sister likes rose oil, so I got her this bottle of rose oil. It's just a nice, simple scent. And then because I was just excited to be there, Abdu and Nadia were sort of like, what else? Is there anything else? And we were going down the list and they had everything I wanted. So I said, how about lavender oil? I got this lavender oil. I do love a bit of lavender. I next asked if they had solid perfume in the scent of orange blossoms. He first brought me a solid perfume of jasmine, just a little block all over. These little apothecaries that are back in the souks, they'll just have trays and piles of these beautiful solid perfumes. He did find the orange blossom solid perfume. I've got it in this little tray. It smells so good. I keep this in the bathroom. It permeates. Then I got a few more. Got 3 more at the souk the first couple nights. This was the first thing that I bought. I did see these all over. I got this for myself and I got this one for my sister. I put all of her stuff inside of this. Toward the end of the trip, we decided to throw in one more shopping trip. We went back to the souk in Rabat. Moroccan argan oil has become popularized. On the last night, I decided to get some. This was one of Nadia's favorite places to go. She took us to her argan oil vendor. The argan oil that we got was made fresh. I ended up getting 3 bottles. Argan oil comes from the argan tree. They press these kernels and then the argan oil is the product of that. My favorite argan oil that I have found here that I like to buy from Sephora is from Josie Marin. I found that it really does help my skin, but I ran out of that. So I thought, well, I'm gonna buy some from Morocco. One of the little treasures I wanted to buy was a bunch of Moroccan makeup. If you look up things to buy in Morocco, Moroccan makeup, one of the first things that'll come up is this. This is one of the most popular Moroccan cosmetics. They're everywhere. So in the souks, they're little baskets of these. Just looks like a terracotta lid. Got a shimmery coat of something on it. This is a lip stain. You take some water, you just wet your finger, take a little bit of water and then tap it. As you wet it, the kind of coating comes off and it's just a nice little lip stain. I got 2. I got one for my sister. The stain is made from poppy petals and pomegranate. So it's just like a natural lip stain. But while I was at the souk in Rabat, I got a different kind of akrafasi. The color is a bit different. I'm sure you could use it on your cheeks as well, but this is a higher quality one that I got at the souk. He sort of saw that I liked this other so much that he said, I have another one that you might like as well. So this was something that I knew I was gonna buy because I had read about it. These are called magic lipsticks. They're different colors. Originally I was just gonna get one, but I got drawn in and decided I would get all of the different colors. I think they're colors that suit me pretty well. This is what they look like when you take them out of the package. When you put it on, you can see kind of pinky purple, Ooh, I'll show you the green one because I think the green one is one of my favorites. See, it's a pink. Let me do this one. Like a berry color. They're color changing lipsticks. They're called magic lipsticks. These magic lipsticks are, they're everywhere. They're in the grocery stores, they are at the souks, they're everywhere. I ended up getting some and then I talked my friend Susan into getting some. The colors look so good on her. They were like her perfect lip color. I think they're nice lipsticks. They're just moisturizing little lipsticks. I got on an entire set for myself and I got a set for my sister. Another Moroccan beauty product is kohl eyeliner. And so I tried to get the highest quality kohl eyeliner that I could find. I got it from the souk as well. This is the kohl eyeliner that I got. I also got a couple of these sticks for the eyeliner. These are applicators. The way that it works is, I believe, you wet the eyeliner and then you can drag it on your waterline or you can do it above. And I know there's a method to it because I had a friend who used to do this and her eyeliner looked beautiful. So I can't wait to try it. I'm gonna have to watch some sort of tutorial so that I don't, you know, like scrape my eye. This is a pumice stone that has a crocheted cover. One of the reasons that I got this was because a company that I really like, Bully 1803, it's a French company. They sell a lot of Moroccan inspired products. They actually sell these. Some of the other things that I saw at the souk in Morocco, they sell at Bully 1803. That's a French cosmetics company. I believe one of the owners is Moroccan. While I was in Morocco, I also went to a hammam, which is a Moroccan bath. There are a variety of levels. There's some that are like spas, but some that are just like bathhouses, and you go in, you cleanse, and you also exfoliate yourself. We went, I think we spent about 3 hours there. You're almost nude. You're just amongst women. You use all these soaps. We used something called Veldy soap, which is this black goopy soap. It's an olive oil soap. And then you use a bunch of different products. These are the sponges that you use. This is an exfoliating sponge that you can use with the black Veldy soap. And then this is just a soft sponge. At the regular grocery store, Carrefour, I also picked up these Orange Blossom. They're just body washes, I think. In France, this is considered just a cheap bath product. I figured I could just use this as a bubble bath. This was in a 2-pack. It was some sort of deal, so I decided to get it. Marrakech was a part of the trip that I was most looking forward to. It was toward the end of the trip. We were spending the most time in Marrakech. I think when people think about Morocco, they think probably about Marrakech most of all. Most of the buildings are this beautiful clay pink color. It's just kind of a magical city. It is a lot different than some of the other areas that we visited. I have to say the shopping there was the most beautiful shopping. Just the way the souks are laid out, they look like they're out of a magazine. So you have entire stores of just baskets and pottery. One of the first things that I bought in Marrakech was this market basket. I had a picture of a basket very similar to this on my list of things that I wanted to buy. So I decided to get myself a fez hat. Those who work for the king wear fez hats. These are classic Moroccan hats, and so I decided to get myself one because I saw them everywhere. If you turn them over, a lot of the fez hats are just made with everyday cardboard, and they'll have, you know, prints of just different boxes. So I looked around to find one that had a lining. It's got a beautiful blue satin lining. I will keep this out as a reminder of my wonderful trip. I got myself some pottery. This is a Moroccan tea glass. I got Paul one of these as well. Speckled tea glass. It's like a marbled green color. Blue marbled glass. And then finally this. This looks like some other pottery that I have. So I thought it would be nice to have a little tea glass that was in that same pattern. One of the things that was on my shopping list was slippers. I was looking for, they're called kilim slippers in particular, which are slippers that are made of rugs or other textiles, kind of thicker slippers. I like the different patterns. So I got myself a pair and I got my sister a pair, and I got them from the same vendor, so they look very similar. This is my sister's pair. They have a leather sole, so they're indoor slippers. This part of the slipper is always sewn down because they're slippers. They're meant to be slipped on and off. This is my pair. They're very similar. Hers has some pink. I love them. My biggest purchase, my most exciting purchase, I was very interested in buying a blanket. I was looking for a Berber blanket, and I realized that when I was in Marrakech, they had the Berber blankets that I wanted. Some of the vendors had like 1 or 2, and then we found this place that had, the entire store was just these Berber blankets. and carpets. I saw one that I wanted. Abdu just said, go pick one and give it to me and then walk away. So I did. I went and picked one. I wish I had gotten more because I didn't know, I wouldn't know how much I was going to end up paying. Abdu and Nadia would work out some sort of deal. And you're meant to do that. You're supposed to do that. So they would be chummy with these people. This is my Berber blanket. It's a window pane blanket. It's got these little rectangles all over. It's a queen size blanket with this fringe on the end. It's handmade. They also had purses made out of this. If I could go back, I would get a purse that was made out of this. I'd probably get another blanket. Starting price of this blanket was the equivalent of $120. Abdu got it for me for $60. $60. I could not believe it. They were amazing. I saw these in the souk the first night that I was in Marrakech. I was with Susan. We were walking around. We didn't have Abdu or Nadia with us. I said, those are the slippers that I want. So I went and looked. I talked to the guy. So I saw the pair that I was interested in. It was this pair for myself. And he said it'll be the equivalent of $30. So I was like, okay, let me think about it. I actually thought that was a great price because this was exactly what I wanted. Susan said, don't buy anything. Let's wait till Abdu can come. It's very hard to find a place other than like a museum or a garden or something like that to know if you're going to come upon that place again. Some places had business cards. So we found the place again and we were with Abdu. So when Abdu was there, I got 2 pairs for $25. When we left both of these places, which these were both different places, Abdu was hugging the guy. They were chummy. We were probably there for 45 minutes, both places, 45 minutes. He became really good friends with these people that we were buying stuff from. The last thing I'll show you, this is it. When we went to the Majorelle Gardens, which are the gardens in the middle of Marrakech, they were owned by Yves Saint Laurent. I purchased some things from the gift store. I purchased some postcards because I want to frame them. They're YSL drawings, and they represent different years. I just went with the years where I liked the drawings. So this one I love because it's a drawing of the garden, Majorelle Garden. So, and that, my friends, is really all. As you can see, Morocco is a great place to shop, but it's also a great place to visit. I encourage any of you to go to Morocco. A lot to do, a lot to learn. I really appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Talk to you later. Bye.